Hi everyone, welcome back to Balabalabom for Mom. Today I'm diving into a topic that I get asked about a lot: why I love to work in tech and why I think it's such a great career choice, especially for moms like me. I'm going to talk about everything from reasonable criticism at work to the flexibility, pay, and even how being in tech makes you the coolest and ever. Number 1, reasonable criticism from teammates. One of the best things about work in tech is that feedback from teammates is almost always reasonable. It's not like some non-tech fields where criticism can feel personal or disconnected from the actual work. In tech, because everything is so specific, whether it's code, functionality, or project timelines, people have to really understand what they are talking about before they can offer criticism. Everyone spends time looking at your work, and when they leave comments, they are often constructive and based on facts. So, it's easier to accept a criticism because it's meant to help you grow and improve. A quick story: I have a master's degree in computer science. But funny enough, I didn't go straight into development after I graduated. If you are curious about that, I can totally make another video explaining why. Before I entered the tech, I worked in a non-tech industry where the manager had no understanding of the technical work I was doing. So they would take small tasks like formatting an Excel sheet and blow it out of proportion just to flex their management power. That just doesn't happen in tech. In this field, you can't really exaggerate something unless you understand it. And in my experience, everyone on my tech teams gives thoughtful, reasonable feedback. Number 2, flexibility. Another huge perk of working in tech is the flexibility. Many tech companies offer flexible working hours. And why? Because in tech, your output is very clear. For example, we can measure the number of pull requests you submit, the quality of your code, and how much you contribute to keeping the project moving forward. You can't fake productivity. Your results speak for themselves. So, no one really cares what time you clock in or out, as long as your work is getting done and it's high quality. In my case, I work from home from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. We have team members across different time zones, and we all communicate about when we will be available. As long as we know when we can expect each other to be in front of our computers for collaboration, we are good to go. It's all about flexibility, and it makes balancing work and life so much easier. Number 3, high paychecks. Let's be real. The paycheck in tech is pretty amazing. Even if you are not at the top of your company, the average industry level pay is already higher than many other fields. In a lot of industries, you'd need years of experience to reach a salary level that tech workers can hit much earlier in their careers. In tech, you don't need decades of working experience to earn well. You just need to be good at what you do. This also means you are not forced to make hard financial decisions like quitting your job after having a baby. The combination of flexible hours and a high paycheck means you have more options. For example, if you needed to hire a babysitter or pay for daycare, you can afford it and keep your job. Or if you choose to take some time off, it's just because you wanted to, not because you have to do for financial reasons. An example, I have a friend who is a software developer and a mom of 2. That could be soon to be me. She only works part-time because she wants to spend more time with her kids, but she's still earning enough to support her family and save for the future. That's the beauty of tech. It gives you choices. Number 4. Cool, mysterious, smart, and vibes. One of my favorite perks of working in tech, you get to be cool, mysterious, smart, and for your nieces and nephews. You are not just the aunt who shows up with candies, although that's important too. You are also the one who can guide them if they show an interest in the tech industry. You share tips on coding, new gadgets, or even just explain how the cool apps they love work. Plus, you always know the latest, the greatest toys, whether it's the newest educational robot, the coolest tablet, or the trendiest tech gear. I love when my nieces and my nephews ask me about what I do. It's like being the aunt that is who is fun, who is also happens to know how to code. Now, as much as I've talked about the perks of working in tech, it's not all perfect. There are definitely challenges, especially when you are a mom. I will be making another video soon to dive into what I don't like about working in tech as a mom, so stay tuned for that. We will cover some of the downsides like the pressure to stay consistently updated with new technologies, the occasional burnout from deadlines, and how it can still be tough to balance everything, even with flexibility. Wrapping up. So, those are some of the reasons why I love working in tech. The reasonable feedback from teammates, the flexible hours, high paycheck, and yes, being the coolest aunt ever. It's a career that has so much to offer, but like I said, it's not without its challenges, and I will be talking about those in an upcoming video. If you are curious about anything I mentioned today, or if you want to hear more about my journey from a non-tech job to becoming a software engineer, let me know in the comments. I'd love to share more with you all. And thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.